Now, one more champion. Don't forget, say, with the exception of maybe Reverend Intim Fojo and the 8 private members and our members of parliament who introduced this private bill. On as a no year, outspoken MPP. But honestly, in all those days, I pitied him because according to me, he thought say he was standing up for his moral duty as a man of God, quote and unquote.
Yes.
So I mean pardon go and because I true mutemono a hanya nkopon what is was sim yamete. Me say me who me how be a woman, honestly speaking. So omo ignore no e ga say oh enti sa because masa so tese pede mama kra ba afoforo mo no eh o say once in a while na obi ato ama no asema kan ne say ono de ogidi say say this hard any city no enka ye ne a de jama na nanom ne ya me asofo no na nka omo de ntete ne atechefo no de ntete ne ade ade a e bia busa won say sa mere na no e campaign na no ka no na ehene fo no na edu trum o mamu ha yenwen kusa o de okay de person chense bia se de wasi aboa party de enka flag bearer nkwa no enka re man ntofo kemo bia ne nyina nanka popular acclamation na se no de enkwada dai you get my point enkwada dai because any party mremu say uye bi ma party no ne ade nyina e be gina so na ye do wako on post
but say yinina
no, it doesn't happen like that. Well, in this matter, I don't know. I'm not very qualified to comment on this. I don't know how lawful it is because a mra court na she easy say onkoto abame foforo court ka say e fi say onkoto foforo dia time e beto no and at the autism no all friend who do mean friend who say MP ana
exactly
no me ngoma e wo ho no isha ntimi ntimi nka say but abey oh some of these things no so ba and be ani e ma yete ni ma bi so ase because you happen say oh no but you can remember say about a year ago you got to about more na no by say synchrophobia across the carpet speaker jina dana ka tell say we declare almost it in vacant
all right abusia and so ya sign a share biom na sari ya dikin aka chori ya say mensam biom better share na ya didi ya hon komo the current issues are trending on the social media and also no ya ba bi share na ya ba bi didi ya hon komo kakra nti na nso ya share yi na je say try na interest see di ya hon komo so why you the eye broadcast media so na ya share ya dis hon komo ya ne kwesi mensa and I say she be wa ibedi e hon komo enti bomodi ande subscribe we say the edikin aka chro no na and then someone ye dey ba na nyansem keto akura you know kwesi mensa won fancho kanu no kore ti ase won dey no kore ne da hon mo beka o kana if it's in favor of you no wahara ankwa ma won so wa na o dey na ja ofanisa
ofanisa obeba comment na si obechire na dwen
say you obefanisa no comment na si na
oba e be reply
the obeka bia no we welcome your thoughts and your suggestions and everything and into Mr. Wa join here our YouTube page and so the I Broadcasting Media and yes here we wait to join here in Facebook platform so and also I Witness GH Media and one in Facebook page in TikTok page the I Broadcast Media and into no we wait me join here na wa share na obi nso anya bi a share na yenyina de akyekyere wo man Ghana and one ho asemonti na wie ye share me ne kwasi mensa ebedi e ho komo na ensem bi koso ama ene MPP omo General Secretary abi Poyando Ashanti Regional Director Communication Director and then wakotena Angel FM ma wone soldier nana dakwa akwa chenkomoma or the same be the atuja pe LGBTQ mra ɛyɛ ɔmampanin Nana Akufo-Addo breso koto ɛyɛ mmarahyɛbadwafie a mmarahyɛbadwafo mu mpanimfoɔ bobo ho me kuduru baabi a ɛsɛ na ɔmampanin His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo wa pending his signature was here na kyerɛ sɛ nka mmara ne di mu na atwentwɛn so a magya ɔmampanin wɔkɔ isi mmara ne ho asɛm akɔ akɔpie mu wɔ ɛyɛ mmarahyɛbadwafie na wakyerɛ no adwene ɛwɔ ho nsɛm a Poyando aka no I think we will share voice no with our audience na ama yi nyina ye hunu nsɛm a papa yi kan sɛ no MPP NDC so mo po as so ɔmampanin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was sign na was sign a ɛdeɛ na ebipie mu yentie Poyando
adeɛ bi wɔ mu ana anya ɛdeɛ ti na wo force wo colleague president sɛ ɔno deɛ nkɔ sign bibia no ho ɛbɛsesa no mo bɛ sign ne ama manfo agya turumu a yɛdie o ti ase yɛnya ya agya turum sɛ yɛmpene mo obi andi ne turum eti mo bɛ sign am yɛnyina yɛgyae nana I'm telling you oti o hwɛ series of nneɛma a ɛkɔ so a hwɛ wasan start nkokɔ yi biem na anu ada na yɛ confirm yɛhu baabi amango aso driver kɛntɛn ama mango no duzu ama medu wote deɛ yɛ kana se yɛsan hyɛ nkokɔ ase wankasa hwɛ ɛyɛ promise a wankasa will make it to NDC fo afɛde ɔde adane national thing ɛna obi anje bi nkogu ne fie ne wɔnyɛ no oti ase abra si epese yenye nkukɔ paa enye ayi dɔma hɔ
ba se sɛ ade on so ɔcha mo Ghana fo nyina nkukɔ no
Ghana fo obi asoma ne nkukɔ yɛn obi asoma Ghana da kwa tie wo
yɛwe nkukɔ nti ende
yɛwe nkukɔ a sɛ ne mewe ayi soso ayi grante onwi agrante onwi gusie onwi apese onya bi wo fie onwi nwa onya bi wo fie ifa die huo mi dipa ba mi rinka bi da wo yirika die huo wo fie yekoto wache umbe wo se yaye wache wo fie
wache de fa
mi bisaw undi wache yaye wo fie yenkoto because you wo more specialize ye wo wache mami muni
abusianti we ye ne nsɛm a ene ɛyɛ ora Poyando wakoka ɛwɔ Nana Akufo show so ende awie na kwasi I don't know Poyando I say Ibinmu said I'm funny serious when he's making comments on yeah asamoa you mining nyina asamoa yasem here because sabi mrei ho asama ye kan no ye ka obi a ye betimi ablemu ne pa fa mrei said na wo say kan no it is say baby adru ne de ompo enso mo san mrei migiri ye say ho asam ko pie mu mrahye bedwafie ma wo ma nanado breso na na sen kamra no wajitu na Poyando nsama wo kan.
Well, Nana Medasi. Oh, first of all, Poyando character no. Here pass ibi hosa, but I say, especially in politics.
Okay.
Say once in a while, ye cry ye nifi ye cry ye from 92 coming in, especially from let's say Johnson Lgbtq, because when he was long before he became General Secretary for NDC, Lgbtq is an astute politician. Almost everybody of adult age, in him say there's a figure be a friend of Lgbtq. Anytime there's opportunity for in media house, so we interview Lgbtq, you can get at least one bite. It's almost always funny, interesting. Sir John, and so by for the MPP. Sir John, Assam Ben Cranaba, or Sir John, he had a way, some unique way beer or bed dribble as nama. Of course, every week in a politics, no, but said ye be fan no, Eddie, Hunani, Diaboni, be crowd to go to Zubutum and Zumuni, and Dinino. Now, when your characters like this, said you are more entramosa when you pass. Now, Omode. And Nikasem ne Ibisa ura politics more. Well, somehow no refresh system
and nonna A.D. Kenedy wu in a sense say now Ibinmu correct kase because of the way I know see the politics Jina baby to me dink of what massa Assembly and fan home. And this is what people are even using to tag names. He's not a presidential.
I get that. I get that. But it's characters not make compare. No. So what they can be more. No, where the odd one out because over just the same thing long before even to date. Na say omo we ni abai dey na say wasa e fani kakra. As you talk about na why beta kakra fine. Now here say John, now here the poyando here. Ode Ken beka ho anyi Ken e won so no de ba no enye ni kasem enye ade a se bi o ya se bi o besre okay say John de no ye ni kasem what I say even when he is angry he has a way of going about it me am a comedian follow comedians no I can say papa we give microphone and say stand up comedian he will sell the whole room it Ken to me fit e wa say that is a topic part of that discussion I just wanted to see how Poyando character no send who any can say on share that's all babijoku okay you nipa bi no matter where he rises to or then we bia or the ekansema we ka say no ho esre eno ye one two issue or pass or raise so called tumutumu matter no na say the now introduction o kanu my entire say eni be na otwa ni America training just 2 weeks about and on Mampani Mahama Asia another group of citizens be no all they told him I don't know was it Christian Council maybe visa no more as a question time and maybe about this so-called bill and anyways it is here say said the no who say parliament ya ye de ombe nyine wie omo de koto omampanyini na na kufu ado table so ama wo so won san ya ye be ka election de woni tua Sam George de nam ha Okujo to de nam ha Sam Jenfi de nam ha almost every NDC functionary bia babontin be can including President Mahama himself say that no down castle be sign was one sign no more so de omoni so ade no so de fa ho o akufo de wusan for de say omoni de dodo na so mo brotire nyina trumu ano mo ye mo kwan no mo to aso a ba omia ntumi nya ho ba omia we ni pe trumu ni de o ma I mean it became a whole lot of shameful campaign ena ono President Mahama abenya akonwa no wasa atirem say krata no kra no amedru omampanyini Akufo-Addo
ni table so
it know that question no ubusa the next time me fa hokra me mukra because it didn't get there now one more champion no don't forget say with the exception of maybe Reverend Intim Fojo and Oka the 8 private members and our members of parliament or introduced to this private bill no on as no year outspoken MPP and but honestly in all those days no I pitied him because according to me he thought say he was standing up for his moral duty as a man of God, quote and unquote.
Yes.
So in Yamini Panon Kwandi, because I had Trumutemono, a Hanyan Gopo was in Yamity. Let me say, who may have be a woman, honestly speaking. I will tell you my stance, but let me put it there. So, still, Omu Ekanu, one MPP no accounts, and no, dear, Nanka a complete NDC agenda against MPP going into 2024 election. And let's see what also beyond these parliamentarians Speaker of Parliament, somebody who share the Brodibekans the spirit and letter of the law, even though you are selected from among the political class, we still want to believe say once you become a Speaker of Parliament, we will be a friend say referee in a match because Parliament is antagonistic by nature. Democratic Parliament there was say in opposition, in majority, na omode face so. But I say you referee be onim Parliament eduma as much as possible no obetumi restore calm for
and he will not be biased.
How when you biased, be betumi a competitive debate here ebebo man. But on this particular subject today, this room matter there. Speaker crowd the name Kwakwara say also. You are a media man, I hope you remember. And you know me, say, in all those times, I was also very active in morning media. And I was consistent, say, first of all, the adrenaline touch say, and conformity or memory say, or more passe, Shishembra, a banny trumono. And I dream back. enyina no koreso me gitu mu se tumudie sampa so mo se o trese mu a trepra no ye kra yinim kra no asa na ye be use na ntre no bi ni atwatwa to I say bro 2000 years eti for all those years no na tumudie ewo eye nipa su ne bia nyame na empe I say kro no I say wudi I say konkonsan unhu de ma nipa bi obi asi sabi o ne dross na be ma besia akoyi oba dross na wa wiawo a opaso okoton ono se mi se onyo normal sana madwe mi sana kofonso hun se se de oba nam ho ni be mate ho de de na mi san ma bebrebe ye kono nufuo ho ekofa mi yonko be ma na eno de ade eno ti no e mo bi a wonyi ntum na na so hunu sa nso se sa ni pan se bi obibi ha no e wo
de media mi kura mi hunu sa nkofo no se o mo yare
me no nya adwin but sanity you get it but to the point say abeye do quote and unquote those words are not using in those days no national menace the menace of the onslaught of the rampant because there was a time no omo lusu guard kakra omo dwen say we are no obi e ko bia and as a matter of fact yes for most minority groups if you want to be seen and respected so kaka ho kakra enti e bia na ko mboso mo kaka mo so ko si say billboard bi so flag bi e won kai say as mo person mo conference ena e ma sa furo no ba system no but say ye mutumi fan ya be ye weapon for election campaign edi two aban what so there it is one of the most I would say wicked but say we come now heard your more can near na diabolic say any human being no party no and I say and no crowd party no to generally ye be memo aye wo Ghana for nyina no so you can see a to about tumu a tumu enuru ba bia odumi we ne odumi we ne chita because nkofo a omo echi sa ne ma na mo mpedi krati no edoso se no omo ti asempo omo ti ase de se kakra bi so se party nya nkofo sensibilities na o capitalize on sa de no so hu se o mpedada na o de ba bo no yonko party bi achi na afi wo batumi o se wo pritumi no kan ya se we wo tumi no so tumi nya ho hwe na o de tumi ni ma me de dana and also see there are several pronouncements especially from St. George and Savage and those talkatives say nana ba ka say President Mahama ba kunwa so within the first 100 days or the first week or the first day in office I say utumi science ade no e ma ne be yembra well where we are now poyando we expect say NDC po or say omo sign because sa no mo ka to Ghana for trim say omo ne ba mu a omo betimi assign ya me ncha de enso no so we the huge majority of NDC a capture of parliament here even if NPP so mo ko jisika e wotrumufo wiase wo nyina akra ba so the be campaign they have lost already so at this time there's no time for debate enye poyando ne senko kai NDC and I say or kai mampanyi mama and also kai Sam George say Samie they now wo pese odiye masa atrumu nsam no firi ho no afei ne enya ho akade nya de ama enti no wo ka ko se but omunya edi
so na wa bem
to me nyina no that was it you know what exactly were you seeing back then and nipa so machine
I think President Mahama Abba can say say parliament wie ho bibia wie no mo de beto na dem wo sign so
I'm coming there actors na yidin actors e poyando pasu nya ne san crofon no mo start yidin if anything I talk right now papa Reverend Tim Pojo, I don't expect him to say or sign a cheat on the topic. As a principled man of God, quote and unquote, or say ultimately no shame, even now. No more drafty, said no more drafting. For principle's sake, and then I expect some come yes, and can be more one casa, a respect, and telling for credibility or more kakra go for muno, and I go for muno, a becoso and I'll be maintaining. So, omo ignore no, I guess Entisa because masanso atese President Mahama kraba afoforo mu no also once in a while no be atwa man no asema kan ne say ono de ogidi say there's hard any city no enka ye ne ya de jama na nanom ne nyame asofo nom na nka omo de ntete ne atechefo ne de ntete ne ade a ebia busa ho say sa mere na no ye campaign na no ka no na ehenfo no na edu tumu o mamu ha because se do mu see campaign no obeka say tumu for tumi betra park so omo
nyina campaign time.
It's unfair. You know, that unfair part na gazano. And I don't know why people also kept allowed that to continue because I didn't microphone can. And you know, obeka ya ibia ye kumasi ya kra media kra no. Nipa ba kwa no taba radio a utumi ka bia safe say emra no hu hia no eye me amete. And no kra menya ho ateni bebre because we say why should you speak for these people? I'm not speaking for those people. I just want to question the motive of these people are on now let me come back to this. Even if NDC over 2/3 majority, absolute majority of Manya parliament, and goodwill the good people of Ghana and the party NDC, ama President Mahama aiding a move fair on go for this one. Only say ya no kon baby. On go bon humushu because my stance on the bill 1 year ago hasn't changed. It is not necessary. Ehunya nana yete
ehunya sese
ye betre mrebi se Ghana de ukọ a ura omanimu na ye gay ana se obi sopazo ye gay o si etimi chew e si etimi edo kosi yabi e abuse of human rights because room na ubegina akase nipa somesi na obenten e gay no e very 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 opaque. Remember men can say a glass as a glass house. You can throw stones. How do I determine say we gay? Because maybe am I no say nay ampa see abeche say even bema and oba etaredua we ho awie ye bibisa omumpo a nyankopon pe no yechew. You get my point? It doesn't matter their age. Even if they are equal in age, so omabro or is it 16 or 18? In fact, the adult age 18 for me nukra they are going to say or more fair or more ewa bonting anywhere other than their privacy or more their back public to they say toilets, park, so school them and they are sure that how can they have baby suabo. Oh no, any drum news are not ever bema no bow. And no problem, Rebian, now, yes, shared LGBT Rebian. Yet, Sasuna, so Bema Penny, Eco Fifia, Abaya Ketua, I friend no child molestation and saying, and no zins no, or see a choke Bemano, because a crano, any agony be I obey to me, I can say there be an answer. And in your bow penny, and it should be all our cheap Bema Ketua, Eco Shea baby coffee, so they said, them bedroom, some cosy fridge, some be in a package, and no see a choke. So already,
I'm running.
Am I yen na yet say go be di e trumfo no. You kromoni mo da wurun ko bro mo. Na yen pamo mo emfiri kro no. Kamia say obi anim but yenka. And obi aso da no so. It is a we akwada na bia o kwoto ade na be fa sa papa ne mantema. Opa me bitima o ma bitima kai o papa bitima kai onu aba ma na onu aba na obi obe bitima kai say say nipa na wo no wo frɛ wa menko to America na bra. Eno jese tiatiemu ana say o ka chenze we nipa boni.
Say ade bi wo ho no kra no a ye amamre ni ye chiwa ye moso
enso ye nhya ho mra nto kuntan enso mani pa say o mun ko fefe nko pe bi mra. You get my point. Say me so for am ben na metutu be here. Eno je say me say me si form. Obi ama ma so dem o. Me am si form ni na me hwe be yi ni makotu. Abosom ye bi so fu chira abosom ye sa na mani bi. Ya na fa ni trima o kasa wo hu nyansa bia na ewo. It's unfortunate. You get me? So already I have lived in this same society here. There were perceptions of if like gay men. Ono no nye say we gay say wo no so ne be ma on it. But you say, o pesani man, o fefe nkoda, mema etum. Minim bako. Nana, o ebema, o kromobi. Ye ko bo, penyin nkra ye na friend offer. Ye ko bo park so a, o baby. O behebi. So ni mbokra, ono say me hunda, but ye hode enta ko krom de akom na de sa no. Oh, Idwabo bia no wa yini frim. Mema mo ko omanjuma bia no so se kem so wo ba bia. Ye mpam no se e mani mebi. Orubia no nyaka. just say and nam say no aye nnamu asem no sento a ye ma ho me ham awabonten. You get my point. And he lived there. I don't know exactly what happened. So to quite as a and so my way in a kawa show that because why would we say bibi won wan crop na MP e was I. So I agree with President Mahama now. If he had said it even 1 year ago when we coming to the election, say Samran who here coming by again. Say who here. You bet me the yen entity because Nana Sebi, what the old Bushian. Ah, what I see a bang and was so hen fan. Well, no way, Bema. We didn't penny feel so worry. I will hear him so be worry or bar. Now, by ya, or no other ball plum say, the Shinapuni or the baby who say, when young young bear may be at the next town, I'll pass over one. A bushami na ye kwa kwatana sa I can say. I worry na a member in Rabbi one. A Ghana had be see an answer more papa anyway. Even Sembrama home by price, a member to me warrior. And to be to Kuntuni, Eddie offers a bemechi. I could say, I could say, I was a penny for now on to free bush and Babba J. Our mamma, you know. And I send in the Yapetas number because after the don't move from Grand Country. And I been our catcher. So I say. And I want to be from Kunyamin, Yamin, our Pacobo home by action. Even though I acknowledge that in other places, or my yama say and I say I normal and no be an uncle for issue says ya hwani anya hu bibia yet ha na e ha bedu mebi no Ghana ebeye and so I agree with Nana Akufo to say berebedu na Ghana ye ni atimemu for say sebio na ya adwene masem because obi yes hard na so onya me so no wo ye no me hu ni time bia ye me if the Nana we kind of cry remember ni me abiti wo yeti radio ho tie nkankan antena ne amame azazo programming o ba beti me frese ni kuna ono ne hedem o sori a sabio akoshe kuma ne da ho enso
on pese wo de
no ho na de bia no o pase wo ye do we go and arrest them
yeti da bia
obi e post ni bia no o kobo ne prom say de o gira be kan ntie ba be chew and remember be hypocrisy o mo hwepo no ni ade a obi ape mega kamema wo po baba kwa mema miensa na se mi na ejina no so na se bi to kure ba ko pe eji mema mi nu jina no so a fa no mo ne befa ya kare nyina mo ne fa nyina o hwe 20 minutes 30 minutes bi wo ni pondo ko na laptop o so a pondo egu so no eno kwa je be se 5 gig a wo tumi hwe we nyina wo hu se nipa se bi na da jada ho na so ye fa no to a wo hwe ada na wo te se onua bi etim matam ya ono de say ni suman na ofa ma wo so o me bo to da on frɛ wo me obian wo ko gina mrebi so akọ police station akọ ka say ma te say ni pass message so be ni no yen san suma Ghana police enko che say ni pa na faka enko fa na mra emishim na no pa enko to kukuma ni yen sa bia ni 2 say o hwe bibire mu ha wo yi South Africa o magia to mansen eno so say o ti ase because South Africa population e diverse abrofo ye omo ni sa ne ma no omo ewo ho omo no so de na so no omo otumi omo osika ene ma papa e wo South Africa nya abrofo no de a eno omo so na ye sa adwuma no eti South Africa black community no yesi akia tomu na se me mpa nana fufu e ye legal ba benim se fufu se ye
unti ya minimi
eti de fa se legal ni je se upo wo na mabonte na se oba na auto wechi a ye ji wechi ni zinje ni mo fufu ana debi. You get to where I'm coming from. So I agree with Nanado, quite a profound statement. Say, if the time comes and these people agitate and they get grounding in the country and the country makes laws to protect them, nothing can stop it. Because for a long time they fought against this. They arrested some of their own people.
Arinji abusia yego so ewo the I broadcast media so enkomoda na meni kwesimensa yego so aye twetwe eno na unyi ni se like to say the woken mia minim se enkan tete no na to say bia kwala bi kwasesi wo bia ye nheda nka ya ye da fisem isan se sebi nipa no ye ka e bia oben ye mfa hinkosi ha ene ya education ne baaye ma ya kyerɛkyerɛ awofo no mu bia mu ohunu sɛ sɛbe obi koraa no ana bia waba no makora no a ukunu bia sɛbe wo ne tie wo ba wo de akwala na kɔwa no ene bia sɛbe wo aye de bibia ɛte saa ne ade ene education nti ama ye taati saa kisisi ne ade so don't you think say at the end of the day sa ban no enso timi hyehyɛ mmara no ne agitu mu a ewom sɛ ye chiwade Ghana ha no mo sabi ya abofo no kura so obetie se sabi se be ma bia kofa ne yonko be ma ne ade say yenka kura wa abonte ne ade but ne yeti say honsem no koso they are even open yeti say bi no kura to be ka kura se ahye say ne ye pese ye ko ware ne ade yeti bi so unyini say don't na ma bia parliament no so person mo ye bibia mra bia betimi abra sa
na me ntwa no but yeti bi matis ne kra me ni kra me as we sit me marriage invitation be 3 before Christmas get matibi mu bi eno wa ye emami no na emami yeti all white party yeti tidal wave yeti concert because maintain say ye bo adwaman concert kra ye man member and they fancy night club na emema nko ande say give for a program ne ade enya de aye man we gay a true leveler or say ye shehomra she be baby shehomra galaxy fine but then we see the effects every day. You don't have to even go to the site what the came kra hu cause we no bridge no so no assembly near here you know tan and then running that is a menace. This is not a menace. Meba okay say ku for the time omo yes omo I think that was when Napo was the Minister for Education. Omo the comprehensive sexuality education ebeka ye curriculum eno so furo ne bruha ha bia e kofa bae hwe o ka ubusa me kwatwe we say o say ye church awofo mu we say e ayore ho say ye nyina wie no afei na enema bia ehia no se bi yesa o man boka e kire even penimfo abra anka ye de kire ye nkwada abre man anka ye nka wie because me nkwada be na menim say nyina wo wiase nye se bi afi na aba tumudi nye ne na ba e wo hoda da ma ya afi o mo ankasa ho e wo hoda da mo ka supi e no so hoda da de mo be ko school no ba ko hie bi ye kire wo from primary and the graduates say at all levels wo be ko Ghana ha be hu bi wo be ko brochire grade bobo ne mo no se wo nye bi a sei ni na betima kare wo no ye so de ti adenden o mine now o mine crona so culture na ye be shemara defend no those times no some cultural figures, religious figures, and of course politicians as I do mumba jim say makwa MPP for chire sa de na ye kwa ko chire se bitumudi eno supi e wo school nya sambe pa na e was antagonism ya bogo e na afi ne ye be chire awofo na nkora no so mu nyini no o mu nyini a na no so aban sa boka na ya sa chire wo mo na abra o mu ko school free. So we don't seem to know what we want exactly with this particular topic. And now we say, Yeshemra ebeye day. Nana, one more no more to be away. Society say or says are the way problem. And so at the system and then some more fighting. They all failed. The Ehuno Kafra, America, and Europe. Any South is it South Africa? Yes. Any Australia, advanced country, even Japan. They had been fighting systematically using the laws and the prison services and what have you near the Adnasen Kasanemano anyhow. And I'm saying natural phenomenon, they have seen say the best you can do, so Shemra there. Shemra protect people who identify as such. From the larger majority of people who detest and I say because one is the tendency that those people now more identify as such will be suffering at the hands of the majority or being Ghana mrano so ya no paso mo hye no enya mra e ko protect his uncle for no mpo e ko camp his uncle for no egu danger mu. Because all the proponents of Mrana, Sam George especially, he was so loud. I mean, what Chimu didn't idea, all kind of no. So the two Sebi, Sanyeni pa, should be in say, a Hongo Mumpu, it was Amrano Motion, say Hongo Mumpu to me already. So it's in a quite bit of cry, can you cry? A bit my friends, I then top celebrity, we are saying, never young can to money to be once of Nayabeka. It's in that law. Say Ubihu say Muyebia, yes, it may report to the nearest No, you are not protecting anybody. You are actually, trying to use the laws to take away some people's human rights. In any case, Nana, what the less we say, yeah, can say, Unipa Cromfoa, will be to maybe what day. Any will be a or a bema or no open mema. Why part a problem in society?
Maybe all your Cromfo, which may be real.
You see my point? Me who baby as uncle for Subano, actual minor sign. Or he be so one pa, on pese a yenny. Oh, na hini no.
Yes, we know where you're illegal.
Yes,
but still, then go for
say, no class say you crampo. Could be 9 or 4 people. Former UN Secretary General. Before so be free, attention was free office also. But he was a global icon. He even put in some message. Say we are your smart post for Kobola, so Kunam featuring Cottage and Crano, the mood to me a jelly binano. A come. They published an article in the Spiegel. I think it's one of the European papers, Germany or so. So it came about 4 or 5 years ago. You know, can be. We're not so young for more. I said you more soon patch or more curiosity baby who say, Denny Kafa, but time maybe you say, when you say, where quadro, Nina, correct. Because maybe ba amasade no kra no we no mo magyatuma ka be hunkofo a o may identify, so you'll be shocked. I say yeah, I don't see how problem that is to anything, even if it's there. So see be shemra say okay ye ko yenim wi ase obi e ko nanim
na bet me na ma shemra so bet me de ne esi kra de ne ye be yesie
ye nyempie well, no, one more religious normal GD Nekan. We Zrami for our dear or Nitia, they will kill you. Oh no, but Israel, the be a Yusuf friend. Come my mono. Worry now to me and worry ewa. If it's a Jew, someone ma suffer quite say, Obishawa and so amount. They must have more England call worry bar, which my better now. Because in one way, Monsua and Pempi, I know I think Hollywood ne pass a painting picture, no, and I say Bibisa because I come as a gift will be a whisker. You see the point. Into one more,
and I mean,
Yanocre, and Yanocre, because a camera say, Scadubia will be. So be good when you give whiskey. Oh no, Mark Zuckerberg when you give whiskey. The billionaires on the planet, we eat him cook a year apple for CEO. Yeah, most of them now, no, I can't say, Omunya give for what musica. A year perception be and a sheet to one papa American as me. Minimum when you scada no would that, but when you scada. And think I say we go Beneska. But on my Israel crana, a young man concrona, ye movie, a pay free her, a woo, a drink said that to be honey econo. And I'm no say, gave food to meet no memo, a worry, a year Juma. I from Mr. and Mr. Mrs. and Mrs. You see my point. It is a yebeshamran, okay. Yeah, dear. Yeah, ma, Abusapani be a grandma. And I suffer be as to mean so. Go to him be as on terror energy. Now, our agreement between 2 people. They don't really need a lot of people. Say, me no, you dream penny fear so near say, Bewari and Mramma, quantity to worry 1 minute. You have to call the right office. You get my point?
Yes.
That's a million poa. Eh, beer. Yes, Shamra say, you had the Emma Sophobia gay so. Yemma, Abusapani be any game to. Name say, walk or brutal Marco worry, and now when you're brutal, be not Nabanamu, you gay cry. Magana Marano, if it's my more, you do my appetite. There be the Marawe can say, Wolf, you know who's all you gay as yet. Oh, what Cheney said, well, we are wooding. If the minute, the young pompe, Beman be or ban Tamon Crano, say, me, I didn't fear your nature, Namiko 4 bar or didn't fear your senchi. Nama 1 peninsula mammy, Namikora, and Maramu, SHM, and no Machasi. And no cry, penny for no crying young company, Juno, or Bananti, yes, and that's all banned by Yereme. 72 years who repeat me, Missy May repeat me, which me, Minuka, if I saw the man, what me repeat me, Miss Mitchell, for Tommy, and no cry inspector because of Ratty, what may enjoy a divorce have a case, Master Fast of Corner and Coherence before. You get my point. You were doing say, Bema or bad to me, Bema. But those technicalities are there. But when it is a mental problem, they are critical. Because there is nothing like a menace of LGBT in Ghana. yen ya create something na head say ya nya bibia ahwa ebeye bibi me say se ebe shemra yen shemra in protect those people. They will always be a minority. And mo no so nchen yen ya ye pema na ye pema no. You get my point. Ebeye nipa kakra. Sa nipa kakra no kwan be so between the Ghana mu amo motme are protected na omo a nipa bi wo mu no motme the abo oman no. So we again na kromfo no ntikura na se echo. You get my point. Them also we gay. Now we engineer. Mfidie ebe o memu ame. Mintumi nya ho hwe no betuma ye na oche sa nipa natum. Abra Sam George na wo hye no. Sa afidie no ontumi kura enya ho hwe a. Na ye koye ni ma na say ye ba ye.
All right, yeah, good. So, the I broadcast media. So, the current issues are trending on the social media platform. So, no, and on yes, you actually yajuni. And into the moment you join here now, also chira wajuni. Comment section one say na ebeka discussion on na yenyina the mfanche chira o my Ghana. And when chira me and yabri. And yes, be I said that better na harmony. So, camera see so say you bashing the beat. No, it is never like that. Yenyina ye bois. Na yet me at a cherry or minor. Kenedy Japan say if say MPP it me a mano the opportunity to lead the party 2028 election monas or obey president was say obey line up 13 billionaires who are ready to invest in Ghana. I have acquired 30,000 acres of land in Volta region for ethanol plants.
Insane.
Ethanol plants.
Yeah.
Industrial alcohol. Yes. Also, we line up 13 billionaires. Ya o my ready.
Yeah.
Nyasa fe na ono ma kasesi.
Yeah.
So obetimi amoma be invest in Ghana.
Okay.
And we acquire land and so 30,000 acres of land in Volta region. But they nipa bi say if obi gina baby no okase onye presidential material.
Oh, ene dey unfair. Unfair. Mem tase me ko presidential material dey. Nana enyo ase wo fa ase ba ko mi no ofi. Na ba ko de enyo ma be kire se enyo ma wa boni. But we are so penyanti wono enyo ma de ba raga. The every Christ was say ya no munyu no bia. No. Na uti je gaga wonte hwe. Aha be ka se fa wasem ko na we dey konifa na wati de obo Mark Abraham de no wo ha on say na wo so no de ja we aso panyinti no wo ha be bompa e kraman ba ya fa ko market raga de no e be sell 1 million na wo ha no de no in 100,000 kra. So presidential material is unfair. But 13 billionaires were lining or more and so no makasesi 30,000 acres of land in Volta region for ethanol in Volta region. So yeah, and they want to achieve we farm ethanol for Kahon.
As we there, Yamaha lines so to me.
Okay, then what could you make?
Ebiano money lines too.
Well, but it's fair, and you know, Ken, we're a businessman. You can't take that part away from him.
13 billionaires.
Yeah, 13 billionaires. That's I come here as an I-16. That's a region be one region, 1 billionaire.
Yes.
Okay. One district, one constituency, $1 million. And this is constituency meaning say buy was a
one district, one faction.
But seriously, if you have them already, then why the conditions that you be president and invested?
That is the question I'm
asking. GM why is billionaires in the Baha? GM bet GM billions now.
And even if say yeah, I believe say as a businessman, say
billionaire number 1 now or to agree industrial research about natural plants apramprama forest from cobro forest galamsey wedi onya billionaire bia or pass or 10 around the soil no na we the mine the assassin man so to me as I reclaim in the next say 500 years the bushian for a bit to me I use property of the land now to say 500 years in the so private job more mine that it's like Philly. Oh, so-called pragmatism now. Or more, especially MPP candidate to be as well pragmatic. This is pragmatism. but so ka tell me say Africa na open flag bearer but me billionaires say moto flag bearer na mamia na win flag bearer na just say wa win presidency so that's it na munya flag bearer na dia ono okay kan wa dwen me say unya flag bearer no kwa dia win presidency no so no competition mo bien no competition say kwa me go dey wa correct so it's also a fair position for him to take but let's be realistic fine. I don't see anything that stops the billionaires from working now. If all the 13 are not even ready now to start a business, about 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of them can say, Ken, even with the current dispensation, President John Mahama creating, me just say me billionaire can invest in Ghana because me just say John Mahama Baba hear me say the billionaire no you get my point. Unless there's a genuine reason to believe say money laundering, stolen money, and as a fake currency, then I can be taken off. But if it's genuine money and you want to invest in Ghana, why tie it to somebody's political ambition? Because that probability, it is not always 100%. It's possible Ken might not be president ever. What I say, it's even likely he might not even win the flag bearer race. So second I win a flag bearer race now. Would the billionaires still be interested in investing in Ghana or they'll go back? And no say okay, say campaign platform and media encounter no aka say obi nkobuzibuza no details bia and I say as we go no unto me nyere ni piece change na more details because so far we need any social contract bia.
Do you think sir because recently wasanso akogina ba bia ko say waboa party no wa kwan hodo pi so I think say pick up sa what to toy the ma party and ma we motivate the year campaign no crano any ade. Do you think say I say or think I say why he be the ma party no but the party has not been fair to him I say Nancy crowd or say as why you dealing to the people think say he's not Kenedy at the point that we know recently I think one of so do you think say Kenedy still have some kind of bitterness be anymore who says a party upon the why year the ama party they've not been fair to him.
Party have not been fair to him how? Party do I need to
know? Why year dear and Sabi as compare ye poor bina in knee ye the party in Washington sa na one kokwa at least
ye nwen cruise out. The okay the opposition say bia said there was aboa party there and ka flag bearer no and ka reman to for came obia ni nyina nanka popular acclamation and so no dey enkwada die you get my point enkwada die because any party mrem say we be ma party no ni ade nyina e be gina so na ye do akọ no post
but say nyina
no it doesn't happen like that. Oh no, what I was say why me pick up no me MPP ni me track na Japan pick up na muda me hu bi poda me hu na TV so as en when na or dey come no say in your news item bia na on social media e bia but me kro mu your friend say odo to bri no so mo na party kra me hu say party no work ada so me say me a delegate odo to bri this does not move me yes omo obok party no ka oboka me am take constituency am watch apiase ana jemesu apitisu me saka no party no as the bia wo via party no virus kama munya bidi so said bi nipa wo busua ye wo classmates ye wo workmates ye wo baby am free ono cross we tade baby free ye politics pa eni nyina antima obi kodi obi achi sanity you get my point if anything it should not come out of place of pain or bitterness from you if what you did was genuinely to help the party because I think say I want to believe say as and when I was animal a be a ne ultimate aim and the ultimate goal they say that should be obedient so at the bepe president yet and penny for was in be omotaka they okay a share asem no mokena say obi boawa na wa how also sometimes obi to me kanka maya mo hofe say wo university first year when you obi papa bi I want to me say papa yi mumi no say mo do mo say dey kra wo ma mempene wo ma pa so mpene cause o ire first of all o chen bebre but what you need wo pewo wo boawo no ade saa sika na wo as wo de ma wo ha na just wo house bra best time no nche se wo nyama wo ni so for be nyina so dem no preach I think they brochire twi o o cover of was if a man pays your right for you obedi we no za pacho o pacho na asofo benifo o po o so for dem facha me oni mo we was but it's true
but it's true
good so there wo kan there I say wo de ma party no say de be adachi wo de be kwa wo mo if out of nipana evolution say they okay senka obi kamawa because daughters of glorious Jesus because say who wasem ka onya be nka bi ma so no say obi kra na eka party function there's well maybe pragmatic in the factor in change they may be pragmatic but they are not strategic strategically you can empower some people who are not directly involved with your campaign to even lobby party all officials now say the idea e pass push na ke many pass Mexico on push na ke but we have to agree say somehow most of us in the media believe say Ken's decision to enter into the presidential race was impulsive enya adea MPP krano 5 years ago no be enter the can say that chimbia sebia ekufo ni wa Kenedy Japan you get my point Alan of course has been making that noise for 20 years I told you see team or power TUP one fabusi akra mayor president the party will not win anything it's true
unity party now is so
dubious in other places that name will not be given to you
unity
bro a MPP for party hono mo free ba into Alan to me for UP and political party right now
why
he shouldn't have for principle and because they're diabolical obi any maybe free ba and he wants that to be glaring and I'm being frank with you that genuinely so I want to say we're in a circle of friends that they also have problem because somebody should have said see a free MPP more washi and send you free MPP on Ghana for because at the point Hala was saying say MPP NDC no
Nana couldn't do free NDC free NDC he also founded a party
NDP
National
Democratic Party
yes having the same colors similar to that of NDC. Some
of the colors will be there will similarities
don't you take say all these things
this is diabolic this one Nana Pradu's 2 was diabolic no I think say so now free here baby sa subai na bia ono so na adwen pa bia nim etina the party no so tozu no kwadu agi man de no ho ya e no de kote sa party no gozo ono so sa se de ase kan kwadu agi man tepo no onyu je aboa party no chen obi apart from nikunu because that 3 December the woman took the country by storm. She came to my hometown. I was in JHS. We all lined up from Manopabe say no so come time we doing ya need we my train. Those days nyansa be no man. Kita flag train. That's the first lady.
Oh na your first lady but don't kita flag.
Oh bra, but me show line be she be free ya. You be shocked only me crew man. Because Jacobu for the buyer be see aboabo.
First lady.
Aboabo for the two aswa na patasi for the two aswa na for the two aswa. So free jansi all by the school children were line up on 3-4 communities straight to Jacobu. You know baby. So no ono so sa no the side na eye no. And say mo fam mame unanimously. Na mo mame nko on post no be contest me ama nipa asomesi ni benya dia and me team party am what ase. And the party no metia manasebo. It's there, even in the world of business. It's there. What I say, Obi, coming to America, the movie, no. Nasi bi ogushia no America, no. We see, omo eating out place, omo continue from McDonald's. Omo America McDonald's. So, only was in the McDowell. But logo no ne onam se ni no so why logo ni na and wo chi ma che the movie they are McDonald's we are McDowell. Oh, in business I have forgotten the term. It's criminal to do that.
Yes,
but in politics and I'm saying no ye fluid kakrenti no aya na untumi nyina bibi so mfa nkwachi but obi a principle bi abeka say you are not being fair to yourself. So Kredu's NDP was a bogus party. Alan Chemantin's UP is a bogus party. I hope say Kenedy Japan will not be tempted to feel say the okay no because the sound no crazy say a p free one no na say oh yeah hunu bibia I chese de wo bibia wo hwe no nya what I say because he be a wo dwen se obinya nkan sanse mo ngema bonti
because he has been quiet for some time.
He has not been quiet. He has been touring the country.
Yes, what
no quiet what can I say as only boom. Oh, because he has been talking all this while so what he has been talking even too much. Break 1 or 2 months be. I
mean the kind of Kenedy Japan no.
Yeah.
When Kenedy Japan is on campaign platform, you know how Kenedy Japan talks.
I've been following everything
and so on. But recently the way I will see Ekasa when he's on campaign platform, no one can say him being silent for now.
He has not been silent.
That is how he's.
He has not been. I have been following everything that he posts. Any day and for posting me who be. He has been talking every day. Silent now can I say only the attempt. Onye boom, onye oma obi a show down, and you know, me say me didn't be boom. Well, it could be part of their strategy, but it has not been working well. If you ask me, say me come one, come here advice and say on yes sir. What I say? And now abrofo ne kan omo baby say a leopard does not change his spots. You get it? Adibi wa san independent here. What do you mean fire NG? We can pretend to be gentle, but then old self ne betiesim. Na fi was almost adapa so na why so that's it. It's comical somehow, but let me just say whoever be a complaints because me see that no call takwa oji ma o mo say ma say takwa for me so I start to reply. Why would you go to a place seeking the person's can say mandate to become a flag bearer, but you seem to have a problem with even the association and where the person is coming from? That or no the end there. In fact, let say we are expecting to know he comes off as a big surprise to many people, even though as in a momentum in the movement, apeke or social media and go on there because you are more familiar with Nigeria. When Nigeria was having their last election, I don't know whether you were there.
Yes, I was there.
Masa, me amatia, na me te PFF, na me campaign ma P2B. On social media, P2B had won everywhere. Because
on social media, he won everywhere.
Thank you. Or co-universities were na basketball court I filled to capacity. Assembly was kwa
I was not even tipping what do you call it Tinubu to win the election. I was tipping the former vice president Atiku
ABT
P2B, yes.
P2B came forth as I say before the noise and the popularity and somehow first attempt at Kenya 30-something%. Or no, I give me say the establishment. By that he meant the MPP party and the government of the day, because so the Usika as one party, as one government. Meanwhile, he was a parliamentarian all this while in the name of MPP. At some of the high faction meetings, one could be crying. He may be in the known. But so was he Washington free party, at say as a no Jinafa, and that they happened last 8 years in Jinafa. I don't think it's the best of strategy. Why would you go and remind the people? Pick up result on 10 years ago. Masatiti. Is there anything got toward the amount? And when you be as well, find tree and quiet.
All right, Tabusia, Edinti, Quasibe Sandy, educate Elcomwe, Yachera Yadjane, Kakra, Ewo, and Samahudobe, Mienu, Esso, a year dear Poyando, Ekoka Ewo, a year Angel FM Swa, or President Mahama, and then Abain Omumpo. Baby a LGBTQ plus was at the end and so much sign. I think no more share yadwene and into also but I bet you wadwene our comment section or eso. Now I think it's a Pandai story no so what and I think it's majority chief whip.
Yeah.
Enra Omiki that comment on the floor of parliament say court high courts at the order aba for now no Pandai MP Ontimi and calling himself say he's a member of parliament for that constituency and for that matter Enra majority chief whip in raise that comment to say if the court the order the abadia and na as I say Pandai Mrashibijani no we kwan so watana parliament hono mo na any debate bia no wo kire na adwene any ade so Speaker was not in the house yesterday. The and the Speaker Ababi really, which I say he cannot declare your friend saying Pandai seat vacant until say was a premature. I think he uses some word like that. Say a premature say or no bit me a journey to me so as a Speaker of Parliament now what declare until say court proceedings procedures be a war on any idea. Do you think say Speaker are very fair in this ruling?
Speaker Angazano, first of all, what change in this this is the 9th Parliament? Yeah. So the last was 8.
Yes.
In this 9th Parliament, since on one party when this convincing majority they rule as Speaker now he's beginning to perform it well. Last Parliament, 8th Parliament, Speaker was biased from day 1 to last day. On almost every issue. He forgot that he was a Speaker. First of all, one thing is this. Speaker, you are not a member of Parliament. Technically. The members, elected members, 276. Yeah. They are 75. Something like that. 275. Yes. Omo take a decision. But you and I were here throughout last, now I say, because we had a hung Parliament for the first time ever. Now I'm a mining bunu as a Queen Bisuno. Yeah. And now political science for friend of 3 arms of government. That's what I say. Executive, legislature, and judiciary.
Judiciary, yes.
The executive can do their thing, but they are always allowed or disallowed by Parliament, by the legislature. But so ukunya, so try na ukunya hang say as a nipani pe, anaze nyamitua waka na opposition no ekodoso. No, by opposition I mean the ruling party has won the presidential, but the local parliament, opposition, now any parliament. But also, remember, no any parliament, any presidency, because there's a distinct between parliament and that. So, Mimi Hunu says, understandably, Speaker felt say, if there is any side that I say Obwa Wamukakra is the minority. To me, it was unfair for him to have done that, but throughout the last 4 years, me, for instance, I wasn't charitable to him in a lot of things. Well, in this matter, I don't know. I'm not very qualified to comment on this. I don't know how lawful it is because a court na she easy say onkoto abame foforo. Court can say if say onkoto foforo dia time e beto no and the otisu sia no all friend no odumi friend no say MP na.
Exactly.
No me ngoma e wo ho no isha ntimi nka na kese. But abey some of these things no so ba and be any and may tin maybe in swasi because you happen say oh no, but you can remember say about a year ago you got to about more no by say synchrophobia across the carpet. Speaker Jina Dana Kacho say what declare almost sitting in the cat.
They made reference to Jachikwesin own which
he came to Parliament until say we did
but made me worry and he said I said recently the judiciary any more to reform because Osha commenter minority leader Afenyo King before even the speaker coming out with this ruling now he was emphatic say I said your so-called contempt what you say he was making meaning say ruling in our court to the buy one more as minority they will not obey the ruling or that no accord to the abano before answer you think say Afenyo King recently now say bibia be sheni mu bibia ni he try as say I say like I say for now no bibia amfa no mre bia to be nyere hwe.
Now what does he have to lose? You are a minority. You are speaker was very apt. My own discretion, me that no more people was in micro minorities. Very, very true. Say I got my minute. No, no. Say as a very voice, we have for you and favors here. Obi no. And right now, MPP as a party na Angasano. Why say Oba wako years in Wabron? Why emre? No, I will be fan of and you know, nobody is really representing the MPP to take on the government proper. What I say? They don't have a flag bearer yet. But when we are comparing what some say be on the last election, you know, you for idea. See into me. Into maybe I come me opposition leader because for a long time before the NDC for Ebabe confirmed President Mahama to run again in the last election. He, you know, he positioned himself as opposition leader. No, to me responding to media calls. If I should do same now, we are working for Japan there, and there because almost of there's a new VIO party. So let's assume that there's no leader in the party as we speak. Omo chairman so cry emre. Our munyanya substantive. Chairman Kutinso sometimes over here. Kutinso say we answer your advice. But I say he will need time to learn certain things and say na he be a chairman and himself. So my point is that Aka Parliament nipa sama in a micro minority no to stand in and represent MPP across the country. You get my point. I'm not being unfair to omo communicators or media platforms. So. But most of them now, to me has a free NPP office per se. A more of flag bearer aspirants, no communicators. You get it? Anytime I see Miracle Abuaji on TV, I don't see MPP, even though he's everything 100% MPP. But I see him as a messenger from Baumia. You get me? I got your menu and the rest now. Me the other who say Baumia Crawford. Sana kwasikwati any pirates I did mo so yeah. Me doing say yeah either Kenedy Japan and I say Brian Champon and Asma. My good brother yeah Opoku Mensa ono so say Obekasa even though he's MPP but me who say yeah Dr. Duchum and Asma. So MPP namso omun your mahombo no. They have not been able to mount, if you like, opposing force against the NDC as we speak. So, Abe parliamentarians 81 as a 79 for now. So, Afenyo will have to double his work to be seen to be relevant. And, you know, Omono Nam say, Omo we lawyer, Unim Sa court name Rana, and say, Unim Wina. Na so tumba bonte be keka say ya and now say me nyemre nim ni say wa fuma na won me hu
yes
but say wa fuma wa sheda and on fuma in there then he may be doing the right thing he may not be palatable to you know some people but what do you expect? I say Kotoko has they were her supporter no Kotoko best player crab because we funu you get my point it you know me the me heard kakra because nyedi who be the parliament prepare and I say about political history of Ghana in most cases I had na a minority leaders in parliament it to me a mom party who ya kono papa you know from 96 to 2000 MPP to me call parliament here papa way a GH Mensa a minority leader you know sometimes only profound what in yandi we heard chinya oji out me say masa na chinya we dey oji amena ko say that is why
yes sir
nene umbetra ho so
group bia so dem kora na so much roman
sa na so chiro na I can give him some time no because me dey I feel for him na djuma no na me can say na nka obeyire wo ho a ese wo yire wo because what him grow beyond
and easy the way
all
right all right Ebusia the I broadcast media so and yegusu a ye share ye so ye adwenchere kakra e wo current issues trend on social media and so and it bomodin a makacho say e mensa tree and ye tashia na ye didi ho komo na won so wabekere wadwene wo comment section as simple and you know bomodin announce to be part of the family what the answer be subscribe to the I broadcast media e DEY na broadcast media and asoso on YouTube, Facebook and TikTok. bomadi na join ye now the bia said ma kan wa be kan busia no ho ye de ba betu dwa bia ye nyina de boa ye de kyerɛ o man ye be san hia next time yakra bye bye